Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hobby Night. I'm Angela, and we are still upstairs. Although we aren't working on the car today, because as you can see, I have assembled it and completed it. Look at that. I'm gonna actually remove myself for a second so we can really get a really good look at it. This one? Nope, that's the car. There we go. Look at it. It's beautiful. It was also a pain in the ass. And don't look actually too closely because, oh my God, the number of like dust and fibers and smushes and slight scratches and fingerprints that I've probably put into this thing. Holy moly. But it's assembled and I'm never touching it again. I have definitely knocked off, fuck, I did it again. No, it's fine. I keep knocking that one loose.
The fingerprints you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a couple. That one on the front. Like, there's a couple. It's because I've had to hold things in place, and so I was like doing this and wasn't thinking about. And basically, I've learned, chat, that holy moly, does gloss need a long time to dry. I'm very actually pleased with this, despite the fact that there are plenty of things wrong. Like if this would not win anything at a scale model contest.
That's true.
Actually, yes. Like legit, based off of what I have seen of what gets submitted to the car section for scale models, absolutely. Especially since like I like chipped / I think when I stuck the putty on, it like fucked with the gloss finish on the other side when I had to do the underside.
Oh God, Angela, no.
A little bit, so like so like there's a few things that went wrong. It's not that bad. Like
she didn't tell me this because she knew I'd feel bad.
It's okay. Here's the thing. I didn't think about it, and this is a learning process, and I'm fine with it because here's the thing. At the distance, like okay, where they're seeing it, you can't tell. Like you might be able to look when you're like in person, kind of up close. Like a lot of these detail things that I'm talking about, you're not really gonna notice. There's a couple of them that you might at a distance, but most of the time, like it looks really good. And I'm actually very happy with it. Like I learned a lot about this process, and considering this is the first scale model that I decided to ever like paint as I go, there's a lot of things that like I understand why that process takes so long. So often now is basically the point that I've made. So here, I'm gonna put myself back on screen. Like I genuinely totally understand now why the process when you're doing paint as you go assembly for some of these scale models, especially cars, because they are glossy and have like a very fine like finish and everything. I get why it takes so long because you are literally having to be patient and thoroughly let that stuff dry. And I mean like thoroughly. And you need to have it in like a dust-free zone, which I think is like part of what happened with this is we were letting these air dry in our garage.
Shouldn't have done it.
And maybe we should have put the, like we have a container for like a photo booth container. Like maybe we should have set that up and just had it like on a piece of cardboard in that. So that dust would have been less likely. See, these are the things that like I didn't really think about because I've never done this process before. So for me personally, I'm actually still very pleased. Like there are problems. I messed some things up, but I also did fully get it assembled and I still think it looks good. And I'm gonna bring it to my scale model club and I'm sure while they'll critique some things, like they're gonna love it. They're gonna be like, oh my God, you did your first car, and it'll just be joy. So I'm very pleased. But the Mazda's done. And I even did some decaling. My first decaling ever, so like, and I'm feeling pretty happy. Well, look how good that one on the windshield looks. I did such a good job on that one in particular. Let's ignore the crooked ones on the side. All right, but I'm gonna set it off to the side so that I don't bump it or anything, because we have a little bit of a different process to do today. So we're gonna be working on some camo. I have already pre-prepped.
What's wrong?
I thought I heard like Kita running.
That is definitely the dude outside.
Oh, that was our dumps, our okay. Yeah, I was like, what am I hearing? So I have pre-prepped my tank. Got some footage of this already for the video. You'll see this in more detail, of course, during the video, but I figured we could get started on the camo process, because good God, it's gonna take me a while. Do you like my insane freehand of where I'm gonna put things? So, you might be going, Angela, why does it look like that?
Yeah, let me get some shots of that one before you.
Sure. I did get some shots of it, but you absolutely,
more.
please do. So you might be going, Angela, why does it look like that? And it's because I'm specifically trying to recreate this camo pattern. So I've kind of outlined and lettered in lightly what each blotch is supposed to be color-wise. So this is what we're trying to create. That's what we're trying to recreate today. You like the dual color on the seats? I know, the decals on the seats ended up looking really good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm pretty happy with it overall. Really am.
And then because I know where you tend to drift.
Oh yeah, I tend to be over here. Okay, so I made sure to have everything that I needed. Paper towels right here. Let me grab that. Oof.
Sorry, I'm centering because we're going to be using this for footage in a future video.
Oop.
Wow.
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 Wowie wow wowersons. Yeah, okay, so I haven't exactly figured out why this is painted this way. Like, I know it's French camo, obviously because it's got the French symbols and everything. But like, I haven't figured out like where this was used and why the hell it looks like it's made of ice cream.
So when I first looked at it, or when I looked it up, the discussions I saw online said it came down to the fact that at the beginning of World War II, while they had distributed like information to the tank crews on how to camouflage, it was vague and non-standardized and left up to the crews to do.
So they just used whatever paints they had on hand?
Somewhat, yeah. And the guidance was that they were supposed to keep darker colors lower and go lighter as you go up for like blending into like ground into.
I mean, okay, that does kind of make sense.
Then highlight. So I think the idea there is it's supposed to be, you know, ground merging into a hillside / forest. Keeping in mind you're supposed to be doing this thing from, 500 meters away.
Well, yes, and also take into consideration, like I know, so I haven't looked into La Orangutan quite yet. I know that there is some sort of history there with this particular moniker on the tanks, but I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if this is, because this tank was developed in like 1930 something. It was 1930 something. It was between the wars, but it was one of the earliest tanks like used in World War II. But it then got used again in several conflicts in, I believe, Africa, / the Middle East. And I'm wondering, like, is this meant to be a paint scheme from that period? Or is this just an experimental paint scheme, like he said? I mean, like, it's probably what you said.
I think it's a cruise paint scheme from World War II, and maybe you had some slightly eccentric Frenchmen.
Got it. Left over from World War I before anyone gave a good look at the tree line. I mean, well, that's one of the other things I was wondering is like, was this tank in an area where there's like a lot of flowers? Like maybe it was a hilly floral landscape, and so they were putting blues and pinks and yellows in there, or like, sorry, blues, purples, and yellows in there because there was blue, yellow, and purple flowers. Like, it's France. Lavender grows really well there. Was there a bunch of lavender fields? Like that's kind of what drew me to it. I loved the crazy color scheme. So that's what I wanted to do on this R35. Like when I was looking through like various R35 camos, when I saw this one, I was like, oh, that's so weird looking It's plus it's got purple colors in there. I have to do it. So I actually think we're gonna start not on the tank itself. I think we're gonna start on the top section. The turret, yes. And so it's a little difficult because I haven't been able to find images of this tank from every angle. So I found at least 3 really good images. There's obviously this one here. And then, let's see. So I have,
You're doxing yourself.
I'm not. So I have this one here. Then we have the one that I showed you, and then we have this one. So this is like my only angle from this side. And I have not been able to find a picture of the back. So I have no idea what the back of this thing looks like. So I kind of will be fudging that a little bit. But knowing that they were trying to keep darker colors on the side, and like I was literally like zooming in as much as I could. And like you can kind of see like purple and then brown and then like what looks like purple again and then maybe some of the dark green. So they definitely were keeping the dark colors low for sure, which seems appropriate to what we've learned. So let's go ahead and I do also like that you can see like randomly some of the OG just like army green that they painted in there. The purpose of the camouflage is to break up the ridge lines of the vehicle profile. Colors really didn't matter very much. Ah. Interesting.
Yeah, you ever seen zebra ships?
That's true. Yeah, you're right. I have actually. Looks like a 3-year-old puked on the tank after a birthday party. I know, that's kind of why I love it. That's exactly, I'm like, it does actually kind of look like that, and that's sort of why I dig it. I don't think I actually marked that one. Okay, but let's go ahead and start, because I'm pretty confident that this section I have pretty accurately laid out.
You
so
have free reign to retouch things too. So.
True. So let's go over some of the paints that I picked out. You may have seen my reel today / my posts on Instagram a little bit yesterday. I picked up a couple new paints for this. I got a couple AK paints because my local game store has AK, and I really like their spray primers. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try out some of their colors too. And I know AK tends to lean into the slightly more historical military colors, whereas like Army Painter and Citadel really go into the more fantasy. Citadel just likes to do its own thing for its Space Marines and such. So I was trying to go with something that's gonna be a little bit more historical, hence AK. So I got the dark green to basically, I from memory color match this, but like look how good of a color match that is. So I think this will match our base color tone for any touch up we may need to do, / anything else that we might need to work with that needs that. I also got this very light blue for this. I know it doesn't quite look on screen correct, but I think when I did some, I was looking around and I feel like it definitely is close to that color tone. We can maybe mix it a little bit. Thankfully the blue is like only used on the top. So if we do end up needing to mix, we shouldn't have to worry about too much, but this is at least a good foundation for what we're doing. Then I pulled out some of my Duncan Rhodes colors that I thought worked with everything else. So I used this for the bright yellow that there's in there. This matched the dark purple pretty well. This is for the light purple that's on there. This is gonna be for the light green, which is probably what we're gonna start with. And then
make sure your noise filter's on.
Ooh, good point. Filter, it was not. Here we go. Sorry about that. My gardener is here and he's doing some weed whacking. That's the word I was looking for. But then we also have our dark brown. So those are the colors that I noted that were on the tank. We're gonna start with our light green. I should look at the French infantry uniforms at the start of World War II. Smoke blue meant to help them be lost in the fog of war, but before the smoke is there to conceal you. Oh yeah, that does make sense. I do have an infantry guy to paint. I don't know if I've looked fully. His uniform, at least on the box, is brown. He's like in a brown leather, like a brown, oh my gosh, Corsair, thank you so much for the $50 donation.
Wow.
That is going towards the Zoke Mura. I will add that to the list. That is awesome. Thank you so very much. I think we're very close to like being able to pick that up actually. There we go. Now it is 100. Woohoo! Thank you, sir.
Very much appreciated.
Yes. Ah, excellent. Let's open some cards in celebration of that as well. Yeah, Vallejo does have really good military styles. My biggest problem is I can't find them locally. And I don't seem to be able to find them where I can like really order individually online, which is the real shame because I do like Vallejo's colors. I have some. I picked up a set actually when I was doing, when I was working on one of my other tanks. I grabbed some military colors for the soldiers actually, and I used it on their uniforms. Which honestly, now that I think about it, one of those greens may have worked, but. All right, let's start with our One Piece pack. We've got Zoro.
That's not Zoro.
Sorry, that's a smoker. I just saw the green. I saw Mosshead. I just saw this. I saw that and the
I was like, what are you?
I saw green and I looked at it and
It
I
is
was,
oddly green though.
It is. He is very green. Sorry, I just saw green and
You just see his abs.
I saw abs and green and like and a sword in a hand, and so I thought Zoro. Sorry, smoker. Shimotsuki Ushimara. Portuguese the Ace. Okay, I know that most chicks like just lose their mind over him. Young brother Marine. There's Zoro.
You can see the difference.
Yes, I can see the difference. My apologies. Gum Gum Twin Jet Pistol. Benevolent King of the Waves. I don't know why I said it like that, sorry. Jozu. Avalos Pizarro. Miss Olive. Ooh. Kozuki Monosuke in dragon form. Momonosuke. That's the boy, right? That's like the.
That's the little kid.
It's a Sarla. Oh, and oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, from Gangnam Style. He heard you. He heard you.
God damn it. I don't. Okay, I mean, you're actually kind of hot in this one, but like, listen, Ace, I don't care. God, you're so cool though. How much? Oh my God.
What did he do?
Okay. The counter of all of your characters' card. Wait, hold on. Let's start again.
It is the top seller from the set.
No way. Are you kidding me?
And not the most expensive. I mean, it is selling the most.
Oh, it is? Okay, so he's good. Okay, so the counter of all of your character cards with 8,000 power in your hand become plus 2,000.
Oh, Jesus.
On play, on KO, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Monkey D. Luffy or up to 1 card with a type including Whitebeard Pirates and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Yeah, he's a tuner with like a really good buff.
He's a tuner that makes your entire counter strategy much better.
He's a beautiful card.
Yeah, he's only $11, but he is like the #1 best-selling card in the set.
Woo! Well, there you go.
You pulled like tactically something.
I mean, he would be great in a Whitebeard deck.
Yep.
Like, so sick. That's pretty exciting, honestly. Get excited.
He's been watching a lot of
I've been watching a lot of Dr. Stone. Senku's like invaded my brain. You had a bite to eat and a lot to drink? Well, that sounds awesome, Northman.
I think that's our second from that box. That's the second of all the money.
That makes sense. The light brown and tan cam. Yeah, I read that actually. So I saw that became more standard like later on, which does kind of go back to what CC was saying, where they just really weren't given very good instructions on like how to camouflage, and so they just made up their own choices. All right, Muse's Encouragement, Ascendance Dust Speaker, Adventurous Eater, Follow the Lumerets, Seize the Spoils, Wilt in the Heat. Pterodactyl? Yes, because it's a pterodactyl. I understand this word now. I know we've seen it many times, chat, but I understand this word now. The pterodactyl. Okay. Quandrix Charm. Lecturing Scorn Mage. Listen, if she wants to lecture me, I'd be into it. Hero History Buff. Berta Wise Explorator. All right, so we got a Frog Druid as our rare. Ooh.
You got smallpox.
I have smallpox, everybody. I have.
But it's very cool looking smallpox.
It's the coolest looking smallpox I've ever seen.
Each player loses 1 life, discard a card, sacrifices a creature of their choice, then sacrifices a land of their choice. That actually is quite sucky and pisses off the entire table.
I kind of love it. That's actually great.
That's the opposite of the group hug.
That is the opposite. I also beautiful. I adore the showcase art in this particular set. We also got a Spellbook Seeker, a Fields of Strife, and an Elemental with a treasure. Nice. Well, thank you, Corsair, and I will put that 50 towards that particular scale model kit. I'm actually very excited. This is the magic, right?
Yes.
Boop, and I'll leave Ace there. Ace, Ace, Ace. All right, did I not bring up my water? Darn it.
Nope.
Dang it. Okay, well.
You'll have to stand up again.
Oh no.
Stand up away from the camera. On camera, yep. And leave. You have to walk away. Leave frame. Go on.
What a shame. All right, let me go grab my water real quick, guys. Sorry. I thought I got my water for, you know, being able to rinse my brush. And there I see the water that I prepped for being able to drink. But I left it downstairs where I can't drink it like a silly goose. How dare I? Oh, very exciting news. And I'll probably talk about this more tomorrow on the 11 a.m. garden stream. But some of the plants that we got started last time have sprouted. Yes. None of the mint still has sprouted, which is stressing me out. Why won't it grow? What am I doing wrong?
Oh, by the way, this is for anyone who is here who would be coming to the Saturday stream or would be watching this on demand before the Saturday stream. We have figured out how to get tipping to work on Fansly. We haven't figured out how to get interactivity to work on OF. We think that's because she uses a MacBook, and I'm just not sure the plugins support it.
Right.
There will still be a stream on both this weekend.
But only one of them might have the
interactive element.
Yeah, the interactive element.
OF will still have, I believe you're still planning on doing like dances.
Yeah, exactly. All that normal stuff. All right. But yes, that is true. Oh yeah, you absolutely have permission to gawk. Absolutely.
Excuse me?
Captain Comic Geek said that he just saw the whole alpha and he's asking for permission to gawk.
Oh, to gawk. Listen, it sounded different.
Oh, what did you think I said?
You said two, then a word.
Yes. To what, to fuck?
No.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm trying not to swear over here.
Oh, it is. You're right. It is Thursday. Where is our writer talk? So what did you think of the latest episode? Did you watch it yet? Also, pull my reference back up. Okay, sir, I want this one, and I want to zoom in. Set that over there and put that there. Now, I imagine this is going to take a number of coats, but that's okay. It's doing that thing where it doesn't want to stick sometimes.
Not my fault. This time. Did you mix the paint well?
Yeah, I did.
behaving better now.
It is. It's sometimes it just like when it first gets started, it's a little bit weird. I know him. I kind of agree. I will say that, like, Nox's behavior in this one was not my favorite.
He is the vague post king!
Right? But at the same time, I at least, like, enjoy that we're getting progress. I do think it was one of the weaker episodes.
Which is funny, because it actually has one of the highest ratings in Japan.
That's so funny. Like, I think it's just because, like, I mean...
They dig their fights.
I mean, don't get me wrong. No, well, that's the thing. That's the thing, is that I thought the fight was really good. I did enjoy the fight.
Extreme is gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I'm very curious, like, what Extreme's issue is gonna be ultimately. But I did enjoy the fight. I haven't really super loved Nox's direction for a little while. And I'm a little...
He's a little.
I'm just like, Yuki, please. Please. But I think ultimately I really enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, is that true? Geek Gnome? Either an R35 or an H39 in World War II was named Le Bosses Rose, and it's the Pink Mound. Being a Frenchman and deviant, so you can imagine what they named their tank after. That is really funny. That is very funny. This has great coverage. Look how nice that looks already. Oh, I believe it. I can honestly very much believe that. Okay, so that little section's light green, and then we're also gonna put light green on this big front section, so let's go ahead and start with that. I can't remember what the black lines were, but that's like an old thing that they used to do. They stopped doing it after a while, I believe. You think you have to watch the supplemental stuff for the show? You're seeing clips from Bakusu's Henshin's. Yeah, I've also been seeing stuff like that. Oh, speaking of Kamen Rider, we have ordered the Blu-ray set for Kuga. and a like Hong Kong import set because we couldn't find any official like Tokusatsu ones for build. Because I want an easier way to watch it. So those should be arriving. I can't wait. Okay, and then it wraps like around. The gun in this image is so unpainted. I wonder if they like removed it while they were painting the camo on.
Swapped out too.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Original gun.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, the gun wouldn't keep camo very well because of oil.
Well, that's why I wonder if they just took it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I imagine it'd be risky to have it clogged up with paint, potentially. Now I have it in my head. I mentioned build, and now I have the theme song in my head. Be the one, be the one. Be the light, be the light. It's just so good. Field painted camo was usually done by hand with what was available. No need to remove the gun, and paint would not stop it from firing even if it got into the barrel. Okay, fair enough. I don't actually know what kind of paint they use on the vehicles. Actually, what kind of paint do they use on tanks normally? Is it just carp? Why do they make tank paint in purple? This race is...
I'm assuming it's whatever paint they had on hand.
Well, but like, what is using purple paint? I guess.
Sky.
Sky?
Yeah, you can have Twilight Sky.
Yeah, but what would you be painting? Like, basically, like, because I'm thinking like this must have been like automotive paint or something, right? Like that's normally what
it's
I would.
French, man. Assuming they got French paint.
So like, is it just acrylic? Like, or did?
House paint.
Oh, okay. That actually does make sense. Okay. Okay, that is. I wonder if that's true. Would it have just been house paint? And maybe that explains why they had weird colors. Okay, it is house paint. Interesting. Is that why Sherman-Williams has a paint covering the world?
It's all part of their evil scheme.
Because they're actually just saying that they've covered all the world's tanks.
It's all part of Big Sherwin.
Yes. The evil scheme. It feels like a honestly like a Captain Planet villain. German tankers had orders to camo their tanks and use whatever they could find. I thought the Germans ended up just like leaving their tanks gray often. Like just painting it like field gray. Got it. I know that's why a lot of tanks ended up having like real world like plants and stuff on them. Because they would literally use the foliage to like hide them.
Yeah.
There's some really impressive photos of like some tanks throughout various like wars and everything. I think mostly in World War II that are the ones I've seen though. But I'm not 100% certain about that. Where like there's just like tanks like covered in plant life. It's really cool looking. Do I intend to put the tail dragger on this because the example I'm working for did not have it? Well, I don't know what that is. That's an excellent question. I don't know what that is. Does my model look like it has a tail dragger on it? Because I'm just the only reason I'm using those images is for the camo scheme, not necessarily because it's identical to the tank that I built. Like it is an R35, but I don't know, I don't think it has all of the same, like the tank that I'm referencing doesn't have like the rope on the front, for example. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought they did, I just wasn't sure if it was like as common or if it was even more common. I actually haven't like really looked into it. Tail dragger is the trench crossing skid on the back. Some tanks had them, some didn't. Okay. I don't think this one has that on the back. It's got a spare tire, which I think is kind of cool. I think it might also be a little unusual. I don't really remember. We watched a little video on the R35 and there was like, they made a comment on it specifically and I can't remember why. Okay, let me get back to my reference. All right, and now we want to look to this side. So, okay. I accidentally did that perfectly. Sweet. Love when that happens. Okay. So it goes across here. And then kind of around like so, swoops down. And then back up. Kind of get a little bloop there. And then we wrap around, and I kind of fudged it because I wasn't sure what happened on this side. Okay, and then for this, it does go up here. But we do kind of like dip. Where did you send did you send it to me on, where did you send the image to me on? Brother Experimentus? Or are you talking about the tank I'm working on? So it dips down like that and kind of comes back up like that. And then kind of does like a sharp up. And then back down. Oh, in chat, you can't. I don't think you can share links in the chat.
No, we have links disabled because of people spamming things in the past.
Yeah, so you can't share.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Leave it once the stream's over. If you have a chance, leave it in the comments, and I can take a look at it there. Because you can leave links in the comments. You just can't leave it in chat. Every German vehicle always has a spare tire? That makes sense. I mean, I feel like every tank should have a spare tire.
But does it run on tires?
Well, because the tires, there's always a tire that the treads are rolling on. It's that tire. Like the treads, yeah, the tracks are rolling on a rubber tire.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah, almost all tracks are.
That is not true.
Okay, well, a lot of tracks in this era, you can see them. Here, see, there's a rubber tire.
Those aren't rubber.
Well, they make them look like normal.
But they're not rubber.
Okay, well, really, are you sure? Because that looks like a rubber tire to me.
That's on a metal.
Yeah, it's
frame.
on. Yeah, it.
So the part you're pointing at's metal.
Well, okay, yes, sorry, but the outer edge is like, yes, it is a tire though. It is a traditional.
Yeah, all right.
There we go. This is looking good. This green is like giving me some really nice coverage. Like I'm still have to do a couple of layers, but like, it's pretty good. Looks pretty good. A lot of tanks had rubber lining over their steel rollers.
That's what it is. It's a rubber lining over steel wheels.
Okay.
But the point she's pointing at is the steel wheel part.
Fair enough. Well, I haven't painted it yet, but the rubber part's supposed to be there. There's just like a little ridge, but they make it really.
But you see.
Yeah, no, I do understand what you're saying. I think it's because whenever I've looked at the paint, they always...
This part is metal, but yeah, there is a
rubber.
ring of rubber.
Yes. Yeah, and that's all I meant. Sorry for that. I wasn't explaining it very well, and that's my bad.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
She pointed at a steel part and went, that's rubber. And I went, no, it's not.
That's fair. Sherman, Chiha, Panzers had rubber films over track rollers. Only Russian tanks use steel rollers. Oh, interesting. Why did most of the other ones use rubber and the Russians not? Is it just because it was like a cost thing? Did they not have access to?
I mean, Russia was all about minimizing everything they could. So
that's why I was wondering. I was like, is it because of like a cost efficiency thingamadoodle?
Sorry, I had that masculine urge of she's called something a tire. That isn't a tire.
You understood what I meant.
No, I didn't, because you pointed out a metal part. So...
Okay, well, fine. Never mind, then you didn't understand what I meant. I'd hoped you'd understand what I meant. No, it's okay. That's my bad. I need to work on the words. And how to use them.
I should not listen to the words you mean. I should listen to the words that you mean to say.
No, I need to say the words that I mean. It would solve so many of my problems. Alright, this is really nice. I can't wait to get more colors on it to really start to see like the weird Neapolitan. It's not actually Neapolitan ice cream because there's no like pink or white on it, because Neapolitan's like the chocolate vanilla strawberry combo, but like it reminds me of that, and that's kind of what I am so charmed by. It was a matter of speed and manufacturing. That makes sense. That does make sense. One less coating to put on, right? One less process to do. Which means you get those T-34s out there even faster. I just chose a T-34 because I know it's like a very common Russian tank. Well, considering this one has a name already, and I am trying to recreate this particular tank. Let's see, where's the name? This one is the orangutan. See? It's the 777 orangutan. I'm gonna try to freehand that because I definitely don't think I'm gonna have a stencil for it. Or not a stencil, a decal is what I meant to say. Now, I don't think these kits normally have call signs of specific squadrons. Do you think there's like some companies that make them though? In the same way that you can get like custom like shoulder pads for whatever Space Marine chapter you want. And there's a whole market of that out there for scale model tanks. Okay. definitely a few more areas that need like a layer or two more, just because it's. I've been trying to lay this on very thin. I guess I don't really need to. They kind of look bulky. I mean, I guess if it's house paint, it makes sense why it might be chunky looking. I'm not sure how much they were thinning their paints when they were using their house paint to actually camo their tanks, especially if they were in a hurry to do it because there was enemies nearby. Go. I did. They're in the other room right now. Oh, the cat ears. A little bit more there. We actually got some pretty clean lines already. Ooh, sorry, that's very out of focus.
Hopefully the footage is okay.
Yeah, it's fine now. I mean, I don't think you're gonna use all of it, so.
Nope.
I haven't been recording, I've just been streaming. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I was like, did I miss that order? I'm calm. I'm good. Alright. The Hertz tank. I don't know if I know that tank. I'll have to look it up. Is Hertz like, I feel like I know that name for something else, like auto?
There's the measurement of the ponder's refresh rate, there is the reverberations in regards to electricity, there is the rental car company, there is the donut company, there is like a whole bunch of different things called Hertz.
Okay, I'm actually reading it wrong. Hetzer? 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 That'd be Hetzer, right?
Where is it? Hetzer.
Hetzer take. Is that, so is it?
How did you get Hertz?
Because I moved where the R in the back of the word was to the front. I had a dyslexic moment with the R.
Okay, I hope you were okay.
I am very okay. It's more of like a mint green. Okay, Ojo, it's more of like a mint green color tone. I guess it's got a little bit of a blue in it, but I think that's the mintiness. Oh, it's a tank destroyer, also cured for Gun und Panzer tank. Okay. It means agitator in German. Ah, that's a nickname for it. Okay. Yeah, this is the I don't know. So I know that I've looked that because I know the Renault. I know Renault really revolutionized things because they basically were given a bunch of directives from the French government on like what they needed for a light tank. Were unable to meet all of them and then just decided, fuck it, we're just gonna make a light tank that works. And that's how the Renault was like born. And I think that's the FT. I think that was like the first one. We're painting an R35. Yeah, lovely mint green. Which, you know, mint, something we think very positively towards. You want to know what the name of this color is?
Snotling?
Not quite. Very close, though. It is a Nurgle-themed color from Duncan. It is Contagion Green.
Nice.
Yeah, right? It's got super good coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm doing my last pass with this for right now, and we will go ahead and move on
To the body.
Oh no, just some other colors on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to just do this first because like if you actually look at the tank, the light blue and that light purple
like
are only
colors.
Yeah, they're only on top. Even if you go,
Oh yeah.
see how it's only on, because it's
Right,
always,
it's just the one I missed. I couldn't see in the coloring or in the lighting we had before.
So yeah, so it has like that blue, the light, so it's got these colors. These are the only ones that are actually on there. The dark purple and the brown are left off.
Yeah.
And these two colors are absolutely not used on the main body.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do all of the top first to get those colors used up, and then I don't have to worry about them anymore. So that's my plan.
Cool.
And I think what we're gonna do next is bring out my reference again. I think we're gonna do the yellow.
That's probably going to take more than one.
Oh, definitely. Yellow's definitely going to. You've never heard of Contagion Green before? It's a Too Thin Coats line, which is made by Transatlantic Games. And it's the effort that they've done in collaboration with Duncan Rhodes, if you remember him from OG GW painting tutorials.
Oh, gee.
OG. Well, not OG, because I'm sure there's...
From like 10 years ago.
From like 10 years ago.
I was gonna say, oh, gee, Duncan was a child.
I know. But I don't really feel like they were doing like videos.
No, but there were tutorials in White Dwarf.
Yes, but like for video
You
tutorials.
said OG.
Yeah, you're right. I should have said no. I should have said OG video tutorials for GW. My apologies. Because yes, there were absolutely White Dwarf tutorials. All right. Hello. Let's see how. It's gonna be so hideous. I'm loving it. Also, damn, Duncan. Great coverage, dude. Look how good that yellow's going on there. I was gonna say, I don't think Porsche makes tanks anymore. I think most of those companies, like most of the car companies back in the day that used to do that stuff, I don't really think do it modernly, unless we were in like severe war times. Like that was the only thing anyone ever, like everywhere was focusing on. Kind of thing, because like I feel like they all ended up creating companies solely for developing military assets down the line. You know what I mean? Mostly because I think the US government and other governments were like, we just don't want to be without these in the future again, please. Thank you. Let's just have somebody producing and developing new ones separately from our car manufacturers, please. There we go. Any more yellow on this? I think it's just on that one side, actually. Yep, I think it's just on this one side. Well, we'll let that dry a smidge, and we'll come back to it. And I'm gonna drink some water. Oh. Dry faster paint. I think I can start putting the next layer on safely. Yes, that is how we want it to start looking. Nice and solid. It's looking very white for you guys. I promise it's actually more of a
green screen's not on, right?
No, it definitely isn't, because like the whole thing is green and it would be blowing it out. I think it's just because this is very bright.
Okay.
Yeah, just to show you a little bit more of like the natural color of it. Turn that on the light for a second. But I am going to put it back up because I want to be able to see.
Crazy.
I know. As the one painting, it's wild that I would want to be able to see what I'm doing. You're bad at doing camouflage on tanks. Any tips? So for me, the way that I approach it is I try to find reference that I want to use for the camouflage. And if there's like a particular tank or like a particular color scheme that I really like, I try to find as many reference angles as I can of that particular camo. And then I sketch out on the tank first what I'm doing. That's why you see all these little black lines. And then you also might notice that there's like, oh my gosh, Corsair, thank you so much for another $20. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will totally, I think that might be getting us really close to that vehicle. So that's awesome. Right? So I think, like, you see how I have put like a B there and stuff? That's to mark like what color I'm painting. To help me make sure that I'm doing, like, I'm keeping track of everything. And I just used a Micron, which is a particular type of ink pen. You can find them at most art supply stores or stationery stores.
You can find them at Target.
You can find them at Target as well. They're called Sakura Micron pens. And they're really nice because they're waterproof. I used to use them all the time when I would do ink work back in college on like comic books and such. And then I would put ink washes over top of that and I would do like my line work in the Microns, and the Microns did not bleed. So that's why I'm not getting much bleed, even though you're seeing that line a little bit, which we are going to cover with a stronger black line down the line, not using a Micron this time, an actual paint pen. But to get my rough sketch on there, I just use the Micron pen. Now you can also use a pencil to do this, but I use the Micron in this case because the base coat on this tank is so dark. It's such a dark green that my pencil lines were really hard for me to see. Like I could see them if I hit like basically if I reflected the graphite with the light, but I didn't want to have to fuss with that while I was painting. So I just decided to use the Micron. And the benefit of the Micron is that while you're still putting it down, it will take a little bit of time for it to dry onto the miniature. So if you like do the Micron work and then you put your fingers all over it, you will lift that Micron pen ink off and you will smudge it all over your model, ruining everything you just did. So you do have to be careful. But once it's dried, it's pretty on there and it should not like smudge really heavily, even with your acrylic water-based paints. All right, let's go ahead and open another pack to celebrate that 20. Thank you so much, Corsair. All right, we're gonna open another one-piece pack. Let's see if we get anything cool in this one. I really do think we've probably hit our like best cards, especially with that ace last time, but we'll see. A Morley. Kirill. Roronoa Zoro. Shanks the Dirty Rat. Mr. 2 Bon Cure Bentham. He's so good. Hallowed Glacier Slash. Boa Sandersonia. Yeah, I was struggling. Van Auger. Izo. Kozuki Monosuke. Not in dragon form this time, in child form. Then we got Nami Swan! Cute. And a Shiryu. Shiryu.
Nice.
They pronounce that Shiryu and not Shiryu? Because that's Ryu, isn't it? Normally?
Shiryu.
Oh, Shiryu? Okay. The Nami's cute. I like the Nami.
Former warden of Impel Down.
Ah. Did he befriend Buggy?
Absolutely not, but he did Blackbeard.
Oh. Oh. Let me see.
Oh my god!
Oh, so sorry. I warned you, though. I warned you. All right, let's see, actually. Let's see, it is a Zokue.
Wait,
The model that Corsair wants me to get.
cry.
I will not. There it is. Well, actually, no, that one's not it.
Speak to
that one is not it, chat. Let me see if I can find it.
And if not, can we do it later?
Yeah.
This is not good entertainment.
Yeah, I will do it later.
Sounds sad.
You were planning on watching One Piece on Pluto Television, but it got taken down? I mean, you can watch it on...
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, I was gonna say...
Like, I'm not gonna tell someone to get Crunchyroll.
No. Yeah, it's on Netflix, though. Although if you do like anime, Crunchyroll's not the worst thing to have as a subscription service, but... I do get it. There's too many of them. Thank you, Brother Experimentist. You have a great afternoon as well. Thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to checking those reference leaks later. Probably don't really need to paint the underside, but it just made me feel better because I felt like I was sort of seeing that it wasn't painted and it was making the top side look a little weird. I feel better about it now, chat. Do I think I need to touch up any of the green next to it? Not really. I do want to touch up here. This is feeling a little streaky still. I think it's just because it's on an angle. Oh my gosh, that sneeze really activated my allergies. Or at least made my nose run for a second.
Oh, what are we calling these for this?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm. There. That might do it. Curse yellows for being so pale and transparent. Speaking of reference, let's take a look. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Look at that. It's actually looking pretty nice. It does look like a really nice vanilla ice cream. It does, doesn't it? It's just a very fancy ice cream. Very fancy. Okay, I'm feeling good about the yellow. I do think we'll probably end up wanting to go maybe one more layer, but I'm just gonna let it fully dry and we'll kind of see how everything else is going. I think we're gonna do the light blue next. I think. My one concern is maybe this is a little too pale, but it's going over a dark green, so I'm kind of hoping it's gonna maybe show some of that underneath. We'll see. Oh, I think I have a backup. Oh, I guess I should. I haven't shown specifically the colors.
Show the people what you are doing.
So that was our blue. For our starting color, we use Contagion Green. Oh no, I'm good. And then we use some yellow. And now we're gonna use this very light blue. All right, let's see. Damn, I was talking about Duncan's having some good coverage. Holy shit, AK.
Yeah, you guys known for that.
Like, all right. It is crazy. Yeah, we're moving on the cotton candy range, you're right. and cleanly. Need a bit more paint on the brush. But we want to keep it thin. Careful. I say to myself as I paint, don't mess it up.
Really common.
Listen,
really common.
Thank you. I'm glad.
It looks really cool on camera.
Yay.
That's true, it does have a bit of a cotton candy vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with all these pastel color tones.
It's like gunpla colors.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Like it's a little Zaku-y.
A little bit, yeah, totally. This is really the benefit of outlining what you want to do first. Because I feel like I'm able to approach some of these weird colors or just the unusual shapes a lot more because I have that sort of sketched out. But that's genuinely my best offering for advice with doing camo. Is just try to sketch out your pattern first so you have reference. And although some people are just very good at like eyeballing it, and I want the lines for guidance personally. I wonder where they start. When you're painting camo on an actual, real, like, functioning tank, where do you start? Do you start at the top? And like work your way down. If you start at the bottom, work your way up. No. I guess there could be, in theory, many men working on different colors at once, couldn't there? Everybody gets a crew on the brush and starts painting. I guess that makes sense. And then they just start making shapes and connecting them together. I guess there's also only normally, like, this would be a two-man crew, so did two people paint this, I guess, by themselves? I guess that's doable. We're starting to look good. No, there's some downstairs.
Trying to bring the joy back into this stream, guys. I'm working on it.
Oh, you did! Yay! Sorry, I am working on painting some elaborate camo.
So grumpy about it.
Oh, I'm not grumpy. I'm just focused. Just focused on making sure my very pastel colors look good. And they're starting to get there.
Yeah, but the one in this museum was really neatly done. I feel like it was a crew of, like, art nerds. French art nerds.
Two big art buffs. Because it's only a 2-man crew.
That makes sense. The era.
Yeah. She's wigging me out how, like, white almost this paint looks when it's, like, still drying. I don't know if it's just, neatness is not a concern. I suppose that's true. They're just like, please don't shoot us. Don't see us, and so that you don't shoot us. Okay, this little thing on the cover here, I assume it's like a little thing to like pop up to maybe peek out of a vent or something, but you see that right there? Does it not look like a skull to you? Because it looks like a skull to me, and every time I see that, I'm like, is that a little skull? Why do the French have a skull decal on this tank? It's not. It's just a covering, but it really looks like a Warhammer skull. You can't unsee it now, can you? Right? I am a woman of focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will. Well, thank you. Ah! My will is to paint this beautiful tank like a delicious Neapolitan ice cream. Maybe it's sherbet. Maybe it's more sherbet. It's got like blues and yellows and such. Am I hearing a fan? What am I hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounded like water running for a second, and I was very confused. Thank you for subscribing, Christopher Bozarth. Lovely to have you join us. Do you have the pen?
Yep.
May I have a draw?
Probably.
Oh. Thank you. You might have to steal this tank for your next, or you might have to steal this idea for your next Quar tank? What's a Quar tank? Forgive my ignorance. I don't know what that is.
Not Guar?
It's definitely Q-U-A-R. I don't know what a Quar tank is.
Like a Roman tank?
It maybe? I don't know.
I don't usually fall for someone. I don't even care who I run from. You're on my mind.
Oh, it's a tabletop game. Quar Wars. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look that up later. I don't know it. Pastel colors are very welcome in the game setting. Ooh, nice. That's exciting. Well, yes, please steal it. It's from a French R35 color scheme that I have found at the Museum of Armored Vehicles in France. Is where I believe it's housed. And it's really cool. It's got like blues, purples, yellows, light greens. Like it's a lot of pastel tones. But there are some darker color tones in there too. Some good stuff. Its call sign was the La Orangutan. I think it was actually called the Orange Orangutan. Because it says like orange, which I think is orange in French. Hello, Half Minutes. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. How was work today? Been watching me paint now for about 3 months, and I make it look so easy. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I have many, many years of experience. And there's a lot of
formal education in art and brush usage.
And a formal education in art and brush usage, so I have a lot of legs up over, I think, just the average hobbyist in that way. I also really like using the trick of using my hands to brace the one that's holding the brush, because otherwise I do this a lot more, like my hands will shake a lot more. And to help avoid that, which I know is a lot of, like, I know a lot of people get really discouraged from trying to paint miniatures or even their tanks, especially by hand, because they just really think they're gonna not be in control. And I'm like, there are so many tricks to help yourself be able to stay in control that I just feel like people aren't taught well. And I'm glad that they're being taught more. I feel like a lot of like miniature people out there kind of teach these tricks, but it's really good. You're off tomorrow? Yay! That's awesome. You're very welcome, Dead Tone. My pleasure. Nice crack. Let's get this side, it's a little patchy. And we don't want that. Done all right today. Thank you for asking. Yay! You got home before I took my break. I'm glad you hit your goal. Well, that'll be excellent. You know, I thought the yellow was going to be the worst one, but this blue is actually... It has good coverage, but it is a little streaky. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just haven't painted this one section enough. It is near our skull friend, who's not actually a skull, but he really looks like one to me. All right. I think the only color we have now is that light purple.
That's one of the ones you went to the store for, right?
No, the blue that I just painted is one of the ones I went to the store for.
So AK is a little inconsistent.
A smidge, but it was more so I just think I hadn't painted that section, because honestly the initial coverage was really good. I think I just like didn't paint that one area as many times as some of the others. But I would honestly say AK is on par with like Duncan and like Vallejo. Really, if it's just not Citadel, I seem like I'm fine with it. When it comes to just like base paints. Okay. And now for the color that made me go, ooh, the purple. Okay, so the purple's gonna actually be the toughest one to paint on this. once we get that first layer on, I think the layers will build up quickly and it'll be fine. This one's just very thin. I guess I kind of should have expected that. I feel like purpley pinks tend to be. I think it's really just that it's going over this really dark green. I understand. Get yourself some food, man. Don't you worry. Hello, Brendan. It's lovely to see you. How you doing today? There. Yeah, see, immediately this second layer is already looking better. We need to let it dry a little bit more, so we're going to. You're just taking a break from listening to sarcastic people make fun of BS ghost hunters? Excellent. Amazing. You ain't afraid of no ghosts? Well, I have seen the Ghostbusters movies. I will admit I am not the big, like, I'm not like a huge Ghostbuster girl.
I made a Ghostbusters game once.
You did. It's pretty cool.
Like for the casino space.
Mm-hmm. As I recall, it was pretty popular.
You did alright.
Nice. Need to paint that a bit more. Don't see too much of the green beneath, for sure. And also hit it from this angle. It's true, models are my 3D canvas. Trying to smooth things out a little bit. Which I think is starting to work. Okay, I think we're gonna just let that dry pretty thoroughly and we'll take our break. Be back in about 20 minutes and we'll continue. I think we're definitely gonna get this done today. This is looking good. I'm gonna do a little bit of touch up maybe on the green. I know there's a little bit here and on the underside of the gun that I noticed that I need to get dark green just because it moves so it may be visible. But I'll use the other paint that I picked up at the store the other day for that because this I think is like gonna be almost a perfect.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, the purple pinky color I obviously need to do more of.
I mean, even from this far though.
But yeah, it's looking really good. It's looking really good.
Yeah, and once you do the
line, yeah, that black line. I can't remember what it's called. There's like a term for it. This like this black line thing that they're doing around it. It was like there was like a term for it, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. But it's really, really cool. And yes, I am using reference Oogie. This is one of the reference pieces that I'm using, which is also how we know what this particular tank is called. The orange orangutan, I believe is what that is. Or it might just be orangutan. Or is it orange? You know, it might be orange. I don't know what out 10 Oten? I don't know. I thought it was orange orangutan, but maybe it's not that actually. But yeah, that's my reference. And I have a couple different pictures, a couple different angles. The only angle I don't really have a good shot of is like the very back. So that one, you know, it might be because like, see, there's the image in the background, which definitely looks like it could be. Cause my geography is not the best, but Sumar is in Africa, right? Or is it in the Middle East? Somewhere it's a deserty location. And that's why I was wondering if this tank was like used then. Because I know that there were some African and Middle Eastern conflicts that the R35 got used in. And I think Sumar was one of them. The Sumar tank video is, I don't think this is in the Sumar though. I think this is in the, I'm like 90% sure it's in the French Museum for Armored Tanks. But let me look. Sumar Tank Museum. That's not how you spell tank. Tank Museum. R35. Oh, maybe it's talking about the same... Maybe we're talking about the same museum. And I just don't realize it. Okay, yeah, I think we are talking about the same museum. And yeah, they do a nice walk around. Okay, it's in the same place. Yes, they do have a cool walk around. It's not of the paint scheme that I'm painting. It's of the other one, which is the more like standardized one that they did after they were given specific details on like, we want you to have like this kind of camouflage actually. Maybe just don't use whatever you find. That was a bad idea to use this instead. It ended up being like dark green, brown, and like orange, or like it was like 3 colors basically. I guess like tan, brown, and green is what they ended up doing. You went, oh, you got to go? Oh, that'd be so cool. I've been to France like once, but I don't think we were anywhere near that museum, and nor would my school probably have let me just piece off and like go to it by myself. Although I think it would have been really cool, and maybe I could have convinced them to be like, well, it'll be great reference material for any like World War II comic books that anybody wants to draw. Sure, yeah, absolutely, that's my justification. I just want to go look at these cool tanks. But I did not get to go. It's on my, like, if I'm ever back there and in the town where it exists, I will go. All right, but yes, we will continue painting this when we get back. We're gonna let it just be thoroughly dried for a smidge. And, when we get back, I'm gonna do at least like 2 color tone to really make it pop, and then we'll touch anything up and it'll be awesome. You run a museum and also you're a historian. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, well, we'll have to chat more when we get back, and maybe you can give us more information about the R35 if you have that information. But I'm really liking how this is looking. It's cute. It's very pastel. I love it. But yeah, we'll work on this some more when we get back. I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes.
don't usually fall for someone. I don't even care who I run from. You're on my mind, and you know I'm broken, but you're not the kind, on my mind, so listen. I'm on the
All right, we are back. I've shook, with the assistance of Chaos Cultist, this purple paint more.
Yeah, it's quite chunky.
And I'm hoping we will get, it's still very thick coming out of the pot. But that's fine.
Do you need medium?
No, I'm just gonna put a little water in it to... Yeah, it's behaving better than it was before. It was definitely not mixed fully the first time that I went. So let's go again.
Get some footage of this. This is good near the end of this piece.
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yes.
Hey.
Flip side. Turn your torso towards me if you can. Sorry.
That's okay.
Close your teeth. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The purple does look nice against the other colors, doesn't it? Definitely not my choice, but I definitely approve. I'm also worried my blue's a little too sky blue, but I think it'll be okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I think the blue's a little too sky blue. I think Fenrisian blue might be a better option. I think it's a little darker.
You can always do enough.
Might. I might. I just feel bad because I bought that AK color thinking it was the correct one, and then I got back and I was like, oh, maybe it was a little dark. Maybe it's a little too pale,
Well,
actually.
you know, different light.
Yeah, true.
Talk us through your process.
I'm just layering on some purple paint in order to make sure that we've got a flat, even color, because I've noticed in basically any tank camo that I've ever seen, it's always very flat.
Well, yeah, they aren't exactly going through the effort to edge highlight the real world tank.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be funny, though.
That would be funny.
Some Warhammer nerd paints his...
Dude, I actually, what I want to see is I want to see some, I want to see some tank, like currently rides around in tanks, but they've done a paint scheme a la Borderlands where it's that
Cell shaded.
that cell shaded style. Yeah, like I want like Beautiful Joe or like Borderlands style tanks. Like that would look sick as hell, especially on like a modern. Like I feel like I think this is slightly still modern, like but like an Abrams or something like that. Like I feel like would look really cool in that design. Really angular tanks I think would look really cool in a cell shaded design. Hello, how Rangy? How you doing? You want me to get and build a Patlover RG grade AV98?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I hear Pat Labor, I say yes.
Well, Evan, if you want to do what Corsair's doing and start tipping towards a specific model kit you want to see me work on a stream, by all means. Actually not like not a bad idea. It's kind of cute because then like you guys could literally be the sponsor of today's stream. That'd be fun. You're doing school registration? Nice. Are you like registering for like the next semester's classes or the next quarters? Like for fall quarter? Or is this your like first year going into college? I say assuming that you're an adult and not, I guess, a teen going into high school and registering for those classes, but I feel like that's unlikely. Mostly because I've looked at my demographics and I see that I don't have a lot of kids watching me, which is great. I don't need them watching me.
Angela hates children. You heard it here, folks.
Wow, totally didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I just said I don't need them watching me.
Same thing.
No, I swear too much. I'm not a good influence. Yeah.
You're really angry today, and I'm not really willing to fight you on jokes, so...
Okay. You know, I was about to say that I think we're looking good, and then I got a really nice angle of a spot that I've definitely been missing. So let's fix that. Wow, and I just fucked that up. Hold on. Oh, it's fine. No biggie. It's still wet paint. I can easily clean it up. Correct. Correct, I did not. Plasma uploaded a new video yesterday, another masterpiece. I am not surprised. That man does insane work.
We need to watch the Squidmar, like, reality show game he's doing.
Oh yeah, because he has that, like, reality show painting contest thing.
Master Chef, but for painting.
Yes, Master Painters, I think is what it's called. Or something like that. Squidmar's Master Painters or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think I saw a promotional video on, like, Instagram or something from his page about it. And I was like, oh, that looks neat. How do I feel about this coverage? Am I satisfied? Well, let this last layer dry and we'll find out. In the meantime, I'm gonna pull out a little bit of this dark green for the underside of the turret, as we discussed before I left. You're technically your second year, but it's all newer curriculum and faculty. Oh, dang. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Good luck with the second year. Have fun. Should be very exciting. Okay, maybe we should have started with fixing this just because I have to go inside a little bit, but you know what? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It'll be cool. Better. Let's see how it dries. I'm glad you and the knife worked it out, Havman. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. I'm also going to try to fill in some of the color that we missed in the inside of this hatch. Got a fair number of deep recessed areas and just didn't quite get it.
Into the deep recessed areas.
Oh yeah. Filling them up.
What?
What? Don't mind me, I'm just fussing with some green.
I mean, you are in charge of entertaining.
Well, I am entertaining by being an amazing craftsman.
As long as you're centered on camera.
I am.
I'd hate to hear it.
I would never disappoint you in such a way.
Not any way expected.
Good. This is almost at a good point. I think the only thing I need to do now is check this blue. I think it looks a little too blue. I think it needs to be a little bit more like this color tone. Kita, why are you meowing?
Box in my space.
Oh no, Kita, I'm so sorry about there being a box in your space. Yeah, it's a little darker. I think it'll work a little bit better.
Fly!
Oh my gosh.
I hear her purring from here. I think she's happy.
Yes, she is. You gave her attention. So of course she is. Good thing we did that because we got a little bit of purple there in our blue. Can you believe it, chat? I know, oh my god.
I'm so ashamed.
My cow.
The cow is so shamed.
So shamed.
Mucho shamo on cowo.
Yes, exactly. Glad you understand.
Always.
Yeah, I just think that's a little bit better. I think that matches a little bit more to our reference. Annoying.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I don't usually fall for someone. I don't even care who I run from. You're on my mind, and you know I'm broken, but you're not the kind, on my mind, so listen.
You got Zets watched last night? Excellent. What'd you think? I personally thought it was an okay episode. It wasn't my favorite, but that's also because I really wasn't like super vibing with how Nox was behaving.
That was really the episode before last.
He was, well, but he, like, it wasn't so much him still destroying code that was really bothering me. It was more like his behavior afterwards of being like, I'm done, I have nothing left to do, my existence is over. Because he was being so mopey. And Baku was like, you just come work with me and help continue to fight nightmares, bro. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, bruh, Nox, So I just wasn't super into that. But like beyond that, I thought it was fine. The fight scene was cool. Toku definitely delivered on that. Or Toei delivered on that.
Toku is the genre.
Yeah, sorry. Toei delivered on the Toku fight. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, no, Nox, don't be this emo. I also am like, I don't want Yuki's fan base to like turn on him. After he's been doing so much with like cultivating his English fan base. Or his English speaking fan base.
Pip pip cheerio. You can't be racist against the British.
True. Yeah, that's what I mean, is like his emo-ness is a little extreme right now. But I'm very excited because we're gonna ramp up now. Like, we're in the last, like, what, dozen or so episodes? Less than?
Less than like 8, I think.
Yeah, I was like, we're less than 10, right?
We're only gonna be 50.
Right, and we just watched like 42 or something?
41, I think.
41, okay. It's gonna be good. I do think Zetz's, like, Extreme is gonna have some trouble, though. Something's going on there.
You mean the glitching?
Yeah, the glitching is...
No, we're doing it, brother.
I mean, I think he's gonna spawn... you know how we've been discussing, like, okay, where does that 5th nightmare come from in that promo image? Maybe it's he spawns literally another one.
Well, no, we know it's gonna be the baby.
The combination.
Yes, I mean, he's already started to absorb the thrones.
You're right.
Which to me is him eating it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wonder if that means the lady's gonna die.
I would highly suspect it, yeah.
Like die, as opposed to like not just her nightmare, but like she herself.
She will not get saved.
Yeah.
I don't think she will.
Yeah, I'm not sure how... I'm ultimately not sure if I'm gonna, like, love or hate mice.
Miss.
I think it's pronounced mice.
I know,
Like, stop.
It irks me so much. It's not how you spell that word.
I know, but, like, that's how it's gonna be pronounced by the community.
Then I'm allowed to pronounce Japanese however I want.
Well... only if that's the way... I don't know.
Like, I can make up whatever I want in Kana.
Well, okay, I mean, yeah, sure, because you're definitely going to be writing Kana very often.
I didn't think the Japanese common writer would be writing myth, but guess what they wrote?
They did. I know. But if I don't end up loving that, it's okay because we've ordered both the a Blu-ray set of Kuga and a DVD collection of Build because they never made a Blu-ray set, I guess, of Build.
Not with subtitles.
Not with subtitles, at least that we can find. So DVD it is, and I'm so excited to watch it. You know, I know it's available online, but at some point we should also order whatever is available for Geats.
Yeah.
Having that as a physical...
That doesn't have the damn movies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's annoying! Damn it! Because I was hoping it was gonna be like what Build has, where it has like... Because the nice thing is the Build one that we're getting, because it's the Hong Kong edition. It comes with the full series plus all 4 movies, which I am hyped to watch. I wonder what color scheme Shocker would use for their tanks.
Black and white.
I guess you're right. Probably black and white. Boring. I was hoping they'd put like animal motifs on them. They're like, this is spiders.
That would be like the monsters would use.
Well, I mean, like, but his
Shocker troopers.
I was hoping that the Shocker troopers would be tied sometimes a little bit more deliberately to certain Shocker like monsters, and so that we would. I think so too. I think I'm just like getting this from like my experience with Tojima, honestly. Be the one, be the one. Be the light, be the light. Be one with the paint. Okay. I don't think Sieg's gonna die because I think Sieg only exists in Dreamland.
He's already dead.
He's already dead. Like Sieg is already like Baku made a point of like he died when he fused with his nightmare, which is why I think the lady probably honestly is already also dead. Like her body still exists in the sense that the nightmare is like using that form, but like I don't think she exists anymore. So I imagine she is gonna be in the like Sieg and her might both sort of just exist in dream, like the nightmare world going forward as memories who are only summoned when they're thought about kind of thing. In the same way that like Sieg only ever shows up now when Nem or
Baku.
Well, Baku and or the sister. The sister also can summon him really easily. So there's that. So I think that's what probably was going to happen. And I think Nox will probably live. If Nox was gonna die, I feel like they would have done it already. I also don't actually know how common it is for common riders to be killed off, necessarily. Like,
it is a children's show at the end.
It is a children's show at the end of the day. Like, it is, or it's meant to be like, it is still meant to be
All
like,
ages.
yeah, like an all ages show. And they don't tend, like, don't get me wrong, some characters died, but like, I'm trying to think of like in Geats, the only character I can think of that like,
everyone who died got brought back.
no, except for one.
Yeah.
They never brought back the gardener. He died, like, basically comboed with a Jamato, and we never saw him again. But like beyond that, like, yeah, I feel like even in Geats, like everybody who died generally was brought back if it was relevant, and like, cause like they never like, I'm sure there were some civilians who died. Like Keiwa's parents. Keiwa's parents were never brought back, despite the fact that they died as part of a game. Not because they were riders themselves, but they just got caught up in the Jamato attack and died.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like that's the whole.
At the end.
Yeah, remember that was the whole thing.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Keiwa could never bring them back. Like he brought them back and they immediately died again. Like they were destined to like be destroyed, I guess. So I think they had to be dead or whatever. So there's definitely people who died, but none of the, I don't remember like any. Keiwa's friend, I think, or no, Michi's friend.
Yeah,
Buffo's best friend like dies because in his backstory because the other Kamen Rider team, like two other Kamen Riders team up to take his shit and kill him. So like that's the only other canonical rider death I can think of that where like they were never brought back. So like I just imagine that I don't think the lady is gonna like be gone because I think she's gonna exist like Sieg is. I think Nox will just end up rejoining whatever Baku makes the new code to be, or whatever like organization Baku ends up forming to continue to help prevent nightmares from coming back, because like this is clearly a like cycle, like it's a secular problem based off what the nightmares have said. So I don't know, it's cool. Hello, hi Dark Templar, it's lovely to see you. The only thing you've missed is we've been working on the tank and we've got the turret painted up. It looks good, if I do say so myself. It also looks like a sherbet top, and it's kind of amazing. I do love it. This is what we're basing it off of. I haven't done the dark lines on it yet, but you can see the shape of the paint scheme coming along. So I think for now I'm gonna set you off to the side. And I think it's time to actually start working on the main body.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Here, can you scooch back for a second like it's a real footage of it? Here, as we start to work.
Yes. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, we're gonna go with brown first and just keep going from there. All right.
close to you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go vertical over here.
Okay.
Do you speak forward in your chair at all? Thank you.
Thankfully, they were really nice and made the entire front of this thing basically brown.
Cool, and I'll get more when it's further along.
Okay. Hello, Jan Man. It's lovely to see you. I'm doing all right. How are you?
It's gonna look really cool when you're done.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. Angle a little different. Okay. So all of this stuff on the side definitely got hit with the camo. And it basically went to... Okay, so that where I'm at. Okay, that is a pick. So that will not want to be hit too much. Like, I think it's a pick head. Or some other tool that looks like a pick head. At minimum. Oh, you know, I wonder if it's something to do with like, that doesn't make sense. I do genuinely think it's a pick head. Good evening, James. It's lovely to see you in chat. You just came across the stream out of the blue and you want to know what scale the Renault is? The Renault is a 1/35th scale. It's one of the Tamiya kits and it's 1/35th. I've got the body, which we're working on here. And you might think this is like the standard green, brown, tan color scheme for French tanks in World War II. But no, we're doing an earlier color scheme because here's the top of our tank. Look at those beautiful colors. Got some purples and some blues and some yellows. Beautiful. That might look unpainted, but I promise you it's supposed to be that dark green, according to the image. Why they left a random strip of dark green, I don't know, but they did. I am just planning on displaying it. This is not for a particular war game or anything like that, although I do think it is close-ish to, what's the name? Bolt Action. I think Bolt Action is kind of close to this scale. And I know that I've definitely seen Warhammer tanks, like for especially Imperial Guard and such, using Tamiya tanks before. I've seen people use that to get their Imperial Guard tanks. So there's definitely some war games that I think could use it, but not anything I'm using it for specifically on this particular occasion. I just wanted to paint it. I've been sitting on this Renault for a little while. It had been a while since I'd done anything with tanks, and I left up the choice to my fans, going, hey, would you guys rather see me build and paint a Renault or a T-34? And to my actual surprise, the Renault won. It does look like an ice cream, right? It looks totally like an ice cream. Like, it looks like sherbet. Or if it had more pink in it, it'd be a Neapolitan. But not quite. We're not quite there. I'm also not excited because they have a decal right over this like raised structure. Like this little cap or whatever that's on the front of the tank here. And I'm like, ugh, why did you paint it? Why do I have to put a decal right there? That's annoying. It's gonna be so wrinkly. Wah, I say. You voted for the R35? Nice. Nice. It was definitely a more even spread, and then people just kept really, really what it came down to is I think the T-34 is done so frequently. People were like, I want to see something different. And I don't think the R35 is like, I don't think French tanks in general get worked on very often. It's very often like German or American or Russian. Bolt action is 156 scale, so not too, yeah, you're right. It's not too far off, you're right. Yeah, I was wondering, because I actually don't know I wasn't sure what scale bolt action was, but I was literally at my game store yesterday, and they sell bolt action, and the guy was like asking me what I was building the tank for, I think because of a similar question, because he's looking to get more people into bolt action, I think, which I absolutely love. And I was like, oh, no, it's not for that specifically. I just like building them for display. Depending on how cool this turns out, I might take it to a show, but probably not. I had a really good time at my very first show, got very overconfident because I won something, and then the second time I went to the show, I achieved nothing and I felt horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Angela.
Not actually, like, but I was a little discouraged.
You entered the second time.
I went to, it was a different show, and I brought the same piece that I did before, and then I brought like one other piece, and they didn't place or anything like that. And I was like,
That's okay.
I know. This is, I understand completely. This was the show that I went to, remember, where there was somebody who won in the Warhammer section, where I had submitted some things, but the typhus was not complete.
Yeah.
And it was that show. Okay. Yeah, it was that one. But I'm probably going to submit something to this year's show, and it'll be better. I'm excited. Japanese tanks are also kind of rare in collections. I agree. I feel like there's a lot of tanks from various like countries that end up getting overlooked if they don't fall into used by the Germans, used by the Russians, used by the Americans. Like, if they weren't used by those countries or produced by those countries, then they just kind of get neglected by the hobby community sometimes. But which is why we're working on this French tank, because I feel like I don't see French tanks worked on very often. You know, I think it might be smarter, you tell me, to go by color layer back rather than trying to do like all of the browns. What do you think? Or do you think I should just do all the brown?
I think both would work. I think if you were not discouraged by it, doing all the brown first would be more efficient.
Okay, that's all I need.
If you think it would be more fun.
No, I think I'm looking for efficient. I'm not looking for fun. Very German thing to say.
So. Ask me again.
Which do you think I should do? Do you think I should go from working my colors back, or do you think I should just do all of the brown? So like I'm doing brown right now, and there's other sections on this tank that are going to be brown, and I'm trying to figure out what's going to be more efficient.
I definitely think painting all of the brown first would be more efficient.
Okay, because I think it could be fun to go back in a color stripe, but I think that for efficiency's sake, which is what I'm looking for, I think you're right. I think painting all the colors
will allow you to blend the colors together better.
Yeah, it'll also help me, like, I think visually block out. And when I did the top of the tank and I had like multiple sections that had the same color, I did do both sections at the same time. So yeah, I think you're right. Let's go ahead and paint all of the brown, then all of our next color, and so on and so forth.
I'll probably cut that last part.
That's fine.
Hold it so I can see it. I just want to get sort of a hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1 1/4, 1 1/10, 1/2, 0. Thank you.
You're welcome. Whatever I'm comfortable with, that's fair.
Dude, you were gonna scavenge for dinner?
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, our next little brown section is here. Why did I draw the line that way? What made me do that? Aha, I see. It does swoop. I'm looking at this section over the hatch, and you see how that light green is actually on the flat raised section of that hatch. So that must mean there's a light green section there, which is what we're adjusting for. have... Okay, and then on this side, it is slightly purple and it comes... Okay, I see. I think it is entirely on this. Maybe a little bit of light green there. Wow, you can really see that particular bee through this paint for some reason. Fascinating. Okay, so like that. And then down and off to the side. There we go. Thank you for subscribing, Becky Cran? Becky Can. That B Kirkin? B Kirkin. Kirkin, I think is how it's said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, well, thank you, James. I appreciate it. I'm sure the paint scheme is going to honestly go fine. So far, it's been really fun. Been enjoying myself. You gotta go. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, Dean. It was lovely to have you in chat with me while I was working. Hopefully I will see you again on today is Thursday. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. for my garden stream. 11 a.m. Pacific. That's the plan for tomorrow. And then I'll be live on Saturday on Hobby After Dark. Okay, so then they slope it down and then they slope it back up around here. Got it.
It's 4-second GIF.
Is that the belt
Yes.
for
The bat one.
the bat one washing his hair?
Yes.
Common Rider is so good. I don't understand their logic sometimes, but damn do I appreciate their logic sometimes. Maybe he got really dirty fighting his enemy. And they just have a very intimate relationship. One where they're very comfortable with each other. And that's why he's washing his hair. Nice. Yeah, tomorrow should be fun. Speaking of, actually. Check. Alright, cool. They should be arriving today. Very chocolatey brown. I like it. What color is this? This is boar hide. I think my favorite thing sometimes about camo on tanks is just how it's just over everything. Doesn't matter like what little structure or something might be on the tank, they're like just painted. Cause like this lampshade or this light that's on the front, that's what this like thing that I painted brown is. Even my reference, I just sprayed over it. Or I guess hand painted over it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I actually don't remember what the front of the tank has happening on it, so I'm gonna just check that. That's not what I wanted to click. Alright. Can't quite see it from that angle, so yes. Okay, so it looks like it goes down. Okay, I literally just zoomed in on you. Okay, it goes like down and around past this. And then, oh, like right here. That seems logical. Based on what I have already painted and what my reference is looking like. Alright, cool. Oh my gosh, Corsair, thank you so much for the $5. Please open one piece TCG. You got it, sir. Let's do it. Happily. Got a nice pack right here, ready to go. Will we get something super amazing cool like that ace we got earlier that I wish I cared more about because I wish I liked that character more? All right. Don Quixote do Flamingo. Dracul Mihawk. Arlong. Boa Hancock. She's sending her heart beams at you. Mahoroba. Arr! Mahoroba. Ah, it's a Yamato attack, okay. Mr. 3, Galdino. Dude, they did such a good job with Mr. 3 in season 2 live action One Piece. Like, oh my goodness. He was probably up there as one of my favorite characters for the season. Just because dude just ate the scenery. It was so good. We got Bartholomew Kuma. Boa Marigold. We'll change this mission from sneaky to flashy. Oh, cool. It's Buggy and Luffy teaming up. Wonderful. We've got Thatch of the Whitebeard Pirates. for our rare, we got Little Oars Jr. Honestly, looks pretty sick. Actually looks very cool. And for our final card, Mr. 2 Bon Kure Bethim. Dude, look at his little twirl in the background. Look at that. Yes. All right, I love it. I like both of these characters. So very pleased. Thank you, Corsair, so much for helping us open that pack. I mean, camo is, I think, supposed to hide you, right? Like, technically camouflage. You know what? Let's look at what is the definition of camouflage? I don't actually know. Camouflage. I'm gonna use Merriam-Webster because I don't fucking want to read the AI answer. All right. Camouflage. The disguise, specifically military equipment or installations with paint, nets, or foliage. A concealment by means of disguise. Behavior or artifact designed to deceive or hide. To conceal or disguise by camouflage. That's not, you can't use the word camouflage in the definition of camouflage. Huh. That was not a very, I feel like that wasn't a very good definition. What does the Cambridge Dictionary tell me the definition of camouflage is? The use of leaves, branches, paints, and clothing, the use of leaves, branches, paints, and cloth for hiding soldiers or military equipment so that they cannot be seen against the area around them. So no, it's not technically to cover things, it's technically to hide things. Which makes sense, because it's to conceal. But there we go, we have the technical definition now of camouflage. Okay, the B is looking more covered, which is good. I was really not expecting to have coverage concerns with the brown, but here we are. To get that section there. Okay. I mean, technically... I guess technically. Okay, but... Alright, what are we looking at next? What are we looking at next? So there's gonna be some brown on the side. Right there. I see where I started to mark that. Excellent. Oop, let's not save that image, please. I already have it saved. The nice thing about when I did the line work on this is this tank has enough distinct little nubs or connection points and little features on it that I just kind of followed where things were. Like, for example, on this image, you can see this hook, which is that hook there. So like, I know that the brown must loop around it and such. So that's what we're gonna do. And then itself also gets painted brown. And since we know that this connects here, we also know that this line probably continues. And we also paint the inside of this section. Very important, we don't want to forget it. It would look weird. It would look very, very weird otherwise. And then it kind of comes over here. Let's get a little bit more paint or water on my brush. Please stop trying to save the image. I already have it saved because my finger's too close to it because I was trying to show you guys. You really hate painting road wheels and weathering tracks? I actually see that's like one of the easiest parts in my opinion, because like you just painting them doesn't really matter because you end up weathering them so much that you just get you kind of get the effects. So you don't have to even really be like super clean. Maybe it's just me though. Maybe that's a bad approach. What's your favorite type of vehicle to paint then if you don't like working on tracks? Are you more of a plane person? Maybe ships? Okay, so our color comes up, goes around, swoops down a little bit, comes over like this, and then swoops down. Nope. It is going well, Kojo. It's too tedious in your opinion? I see. You love tanks, you just hate painting the wheels at tracks part. Huh. See, for me, like, the fact that I can just gunk them up with, like, mud effects and, like, weathering powders and stuff makes the painting the tracks, like, the part that I think about the least. Like, I stress over... I mean, I guess it's not, like, the most fun, but I really like weathering. Like, I love getting dirty like that. Ooh, you finished your Devastator? Yellow wings, red tail for Lexington, silver body. Nice. Dude, that's awesome. Love to hear it.
Pull anything good?
We not like super good or anything like that. We got a Little Oars Junior, and then Mr.
Long
2,
Prey.
and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Thatch was our uncommon.
Believe.
But yeah, nothing like crazy.
Oh, I've eaten badly today.
Oh no, did you have pizza for?
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so the only other place where there might be brown be on that other side. Phone, pick it back up. Okay, so we see the brown there. There's definitely... Okay, yeah, it's definitely on that section. Is there another angle? I thought there was another angle about to see that particular container. Oh my god, phone, please. Yes. Okay, we definitely know who that is. There's definitely brown on the other side of it too, I think. We'll have to look. And I think that'll probably be it for us today after that. So it's gonna wrap around here. Because realistically, it doesn't make sense for it to just stop. And then we go back to our, come on, show me the other images. This one. It looks like there is there's like a sliver right here of brown, because like that reads purple to me. That's brown, and then it goes brown again because it goes purple here, brown here, and then so yeah, I think that's what they do, and it just like goes into a lovely little point. And it looks kind of, you know what? Can I go back to that other image? I zoom. I can't tell where these grates are in correspondence. Maybe that's the grate right there. And it's in yellow. So this is actually kind of like here, which I guess would make a little bit of sense based off where this brown portion is. That's the latest high detail of the model kits. Nice, I'm so excited. It's gonna be a cool one to work on. Honestly, I may do some brown like on the backside because again, I don't really know what the back of this tank looks like. That's the only angle I don't have good reference images for. It's a little annoying. All right, we are 10 minutes before we have to wrap up for the day. So let me go ahead and just talk about what the schedule is for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we are having a slightly unusual start time for our stream. It's gonna be at 11 a.m. Pacific or your regional equivalent. And we're gonna be streaming for at least 2 hours. Because I think my plan is to probably end at 1. Just because I wanna make sure that I have time to eat lunch and everything before I have to start running a bunch of errands / doing some activities on Friday night.
What's the theme for this week?
You know, I actually don't know. My plan is to bring both the tank and the car though, because I can show the in progress on that and be like, look, I did my first car. And be like, I did my first decals. They were scary, but at least now I've done it. So I have a little bit more confidence now, but it was a little terrifying to begin with.
Looking good.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy. I like how this really doesn't look like it matches this at all right now because of this just having the green and the brown. So like you see this next to it and you're like, what the fuck? You pushed all the buttons. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate it very, very much. Yes, do subscribe, do like the video if you've been enjoying it. But yeah, so going back to the schedule for this week, or for the remainder of this week, 11 a.m. tomorrow, start time, Pacific, or your regional equivalent. We're doing stuff in the garden. I'm excited about it. Then on Saturday, we're going to have a spicy stream over on Hobby After Dark. Fansly is going to have connectivity with one of my toys. I haven't been able to get that working with OnlyFans. So there's other options for OnlyFans folks, but they are going to have slightly different menus just as an FYI. So depending on what you want to do, you may want to go to one side or the other. But I should be live on both. That is the intended plan. That's going to be at 3 p.m. On Saturday, and we'll be going until about 6 p.m. So if you want to come hang out with me in the spicy capacity, if that is your thing and you're old enough for it, come say hi. I always have a great time with those ones. They are a lot of fun. And sometimes I even get hobby stuff done still on them. It's amazing. It's really, really good. So I'm very, very excited for that. That is the remainder of this week's schedule. And then next week, we are having a fairly normal start to our schedule. Like Tuesday, Thursday should be normal. They're gonna be 1 p.m. start times until 5 p.m. like normal. But on Friday and Saturday, we will have no stream next week because I will be at Open Sauce. So you will be seeing content from me that weekend. You just won't be seeing any streaming from me specifically because I will be out. I don't actually remember where the convention is happening. It's somewhere local nearby. It's near San Jose, but I can't remember exactly where. It's in Silicon Valley somewhere, because of course it is. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am looking forward to it. We've had tickets for like, basically since the last one ended last year. I almost always buy my tickets within like 3 months of the previous one ending. Just because I like to get them early because they are expensive tickets. But it should be a lot of fun because there's always a lot of really cool stuff there. And because now that Cece and I actually do a fair amount of 3D printing with the Bamboo Lab and everything, or with our Bamboo printer, there's a lot more relevancy to some of the booths that are at this particular show, because there's a lot of 3D printing booths. But there's also like small electronics and all that kind of stuff. It's all the nerdy like science stuff that I really enjoy happens at this convention. So I'm going to have a blast, and I will be making sure to get some like short content and all of that to share with you guys, so you guys can see what we're doing. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us. That's the schedule. That's what we're doing. I don't have anything else specifically, I think, to mention. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it, because I don't want to bust out another color at this point. We're too far in. There's no point. But I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I definitely enjoyed hanging out with you guys and getting to chat with you about cool stuff like my tanks and various other things that we got to chat about today. So thank you guys very, very much. I will definitely see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. to get down and dirty. Anyways, bye everybody. Have a good night. Have a lovely hobby night, in fact, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.